Good morning, first grade. This is Mrs. Schumpert. Caden is still asleep, but I am out watching the sunrise. This is always something I wanted to do with you, but we never had the time when it was really dark and winter was starting. So now I'm going to share this with you today. So I am waiting for the sun to rise. Did you know, dun dun dun, wait a minute. I'm having a great cup of coffee. You should know that. You know that. Did you know that the sun, the planets, the stars, the moon, well, not all stars, rise in the east and set in the west? So although I am going to see the sun rise, and I know that's the east, just behind my shoulder, the sun will set tonight. Why does that happen? Well, it has a little bit to do with the earth and how it moves. The earth is moving and it's on its axis. And as that happens simultaneously, we are always moving. And when that happens, these sunrises are happening in the east. And it's kind of has something to do with the way the earth is positioned and how the earth moves. And certainly it changes when the weather changes, right? Because in the wintertime, it was really dark when we were getting to school, and the sun was positioned differently, and the earth was moving differently because it was wintertime. And so we saw that it was dark outside, and then it rose a lot later. Okay, so the earth is constantly moving, even though you can't feel it, and that's basically the reason that the sun, the planets, the moon rise in the east and set in the west. Think of it this way. Dun dun dun. If your parents were driving a car and you were in the car, they were on the freeway, you would know how fast they're going by looking at their speedometer. The speedometer is right behind the wheel where they're holding on to. It'll tell the speed. But if we were to cover that speedometer and they were to continue to drive on the freeway, you wouldn't be able to tell how fast the car is moving. You might feel the buzz of the car. You might look out the window and see things flying past. And that way you would know, oh man, we are going fast, but you wouldn't know the speed. Well, the earth on its axis is the same way. We can't tell. Our body doesn't register. Our organs doesn't register speed. So we can't tell how fast we're moving, but we are moving fast. And intuitively, the moon and the sun, because we're watching a sunrise, understands how we're moving and knows just how to come up in the east and set in the west. It's actually quite miraculous. The only thing more miraculous is a cup of coffee. Okay, so let's watch. So it's scheduled to come up. Most apps will tell you when the sun is exactly going to rise, a weather app. So I saw that it said 7:40. It is not 7:40, so it's not up. So I'm going to time elapse this video to make it get all the way where we need to get it. So we don't have to just sit here and stare at the sky, even though it's beautiful and you can see the sun coming up. Also, the information I was talking to you about is available on Starchild, which is a website for kids on nasa.com. And you will find some great stuff there and more information. I'll actually send this article right to your emails after we're done. And if you'd like it and you're watching this video somehow another way, as I actually set this channel up for my students, let me know in the comments and I'll drop it down there. Okay, we're almost here, friends. I see the hue in the sky.